she was always up on the little balcony laughing. She'd be like, hey guys, I'm Lyla.
And I always heard Lyla singing. She was always like upstairs just being a kid. I heard Lyla scream and I just keep playing it over and over in my head. That's like the hardest part.
After 5 days of searching for him, County Police finally tracked down alleged killer Kareef Easington at an intersection in the city of Pittsburgh. This as the people who live on the street where he allegedly committed a horrific double murder say they're finally able to breathe a sigh of relief.
A woman and her daughter were found shot on Wednesday morning in their apartment. Medical examiners later identified the victims as MaryCampbell and Lyla Campbell. Police believe the suspect was family who had been living with them for a few months. After a 5-day manhunt, police finally captured their cousin, who initially fled to Homestead. MaryCampbell was 39 years old and lived in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Her friends and family described her as loyal, caring, and outgoing. Megan really cared about people. She worked as a nurse who put in the hard work it takes to meet her goal. Megan could see the bright side of situations and encourage others to do so. Recently, she had just got promoted to director of nursing at her nursing home job. Megan was able to create meaningful relationships with her patients, friends, and family, especially her 7-year-old daughter, Lyla. Lyla, who many called Lele, was an outgoing, friendly, and energetic child. She attended Trinity Christian School and was known for her bright and colorful personality. Lyla was an explorer and an inquisitive kid. She enjoyed playing, going to the park, and riding her scooter. Megan and Lyla were like two peas in a pod, but unfortunately, their life was put in danger by someone they thought they could trust. According to reports, Kareef Easington had been living with Megan and her daughter. After he broke up with his girlfriend, he asked his cousin Megan if he could stay with her, and he had been there for a few months. Other family members described Kareef as a distant family member. He served in the army and was stationed in various places, including Alaska and New York, and many said they haven't spoken with him. It wasn't until a day before the tragedy when Megan grew concerned about her cousin and even called a friend about his behavior. Megan had called a friend on the morning of February 15, 2023, and told them that Kareef had tried to strangle her the day before. By the end of the day, it was said that friend received another call, but this time she was told Megan and her daughter were shot in her apartment and left for dead.
Yes, police say this all started when a man called 911 saying he had chest pains, and that is what led medics to this apartment building behind me. But medics went to the apartment building and said no one answered the door. Eventually, they linked up with a property manager, and that led them to the other apartment.
According to reports, police said medics were originally called to the scene for a man with chest pains. They went to one apartment in the building, but no one answered. They found out the call came from a different apartment, which they couldn't get into. Police found nothing on neither call, but the calls came from a number belonging to MaryCampbell. When they checked her apartment, they found her door barricaded with weights and an interior chain. Not even moments later, the medics, in order to break into her apartment. Once on the scene, first responders found Megan and Lyla deceased in the home. Through the investigation, detectives learned that Megan's 35-year-old cousin, Kareef Easington, had been living with the victims.
For a male having chest pains. When they arrived, they knocked on the apartment door, which they received no answer. Officers assisted medics in opening the door. And when they went inside the apartment, they found an adult female deceased from a apparent gunshot wound. And further searching the apartment, they found a female child also deceased from an apparent gunshot wound. Currently, we're treating this as a double homicide. We are looking for a male that we believe was also staying at that apartment. We're looking to talk to him. His name is Kareef Antonio Easington. He's 35 years of age, a black male. Again, we just want to talk to him at this point in the investigation. Clearly, we're still in an active scene. We still have detectives out, so we're still knocking on doors, so you can see, and talking to people and trying to collect as much information as we can.
Witnesses also told police that the voices on those calls were actually Kareev. Once Kareev was not present at the scene, detectives sent out alerts in order to speak with him. After 5 days of looking for him, county police finally tracked him down at an intersection in Pittsburgh. Kareev then was arrested by deputies at around 9:50 p.m. Saturday night on 7th Avenue and Smithfield Street. Police say that Kareev made no attempt to return to the apartment, and they believe he initially fled to Homestead but has ties to New Jersey and Jamaica.
After 5 days of searching for him, county police finally tracked down alleged killer Kareef Easington at an intersection in the city of Pittsburgh. This as the people who live on the street where he allegedly committed a horrific double murder say they're finally able to breathe a sigh of relief.
I was scared to death for the last couple of days.
It was scary. We wanted the locks changed. I heard it. I didn't know that's what I heard. I heard Lyla scream, and I just keep playing it over and over in my head. That's like the hardest part.
I feel safer in the neighborhood now that he's caught.
Basically devastated when I found out about the little 7-year-old. I mean, who does that? The little girl always was playing. The mom was a kind individual, as far as I know. She spoke every day. She spoke. As far as I know, she worked. I don't know if he lived here, but he never really spoke too much. She did most of the talking.
Kareef is facing 2 counts of criminal homicide as well as 1 charge of tampering with the evidence. At this time, no motive was discussed, but they hope they can find out what led up to this tragedy. Police are still asking anyone with information to call the county police tip line or their local authorities. I will continue to keep their friends and family in my thoughts and prayers during this time. You guys, let's please stay aware and stay alert. Please respect the victim and the family in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys dearly. And with that being said, don't forget to check on your loved ones.